Hollis. Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Single setback. Caden Rollins, Zach Mefford in the slot as a running back. This time Brody keeps the ball himself. He finds an opening, gets out across the 35, 40, 45, out to the 49. But there's a flag on the play. Flag is in the area where frequently we see holding is the call against Hollis. That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So holding is the call. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. Move Hollis back to the 19-yard line, I believe. Ball between the 18 and 19, actually. That brings up 2nd down and 9 now for Hollis. They've got to get to the 28 to pick up, or 27 to pick up the first down. Caden Rollins down on the ball. Quarterback Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Single setback, Caden Rollins. Tight ends are Rowdy Randall and Connor Bennett. Brody keeps the ball himself, gets hit in the backfield by Jarrett Butler. So they'll tackle for a loss there. Brings up 3rd down and 9 now for Hollis. So they're saying no gain. Brody again comes over and talks to Coach Trent Shelby. 3rd and 9 for Hollis. Ball sitting at the 22-yard line. Gonna have false start or encroachment. Let's see. Dead ball, encroachment is the call against the Tigers of Mount View-Gotebo. 5-yard penalty moves the ball up to the 28-yard line inside Hollis territory. Makes it 3rd down and 5 now. 3rd and a long 4, short 5 for Hollis. Brody Shelby gets a play from Coach Trent Shelby, takes it into the line of or into the huddle. As they come to the line of scrimmage, Caden Rollins down on the ball. Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Zach Mefford off the far side hip of the tight end over there. And Braxton Wisnet gets the pitch, goes around the far end, turns up the field, out across 35-40, brought down at the 42-yard line. Big run that time as he picks up about 13 yards on that carry. More than enough for the first down. 1st and 10 Hollis. Ball sitting at the 41-yard line in Hollis territory. So Hollis, between the penalty and that big run by Braxton, gets some momentum after that holding penalty. Brody up underneath center, takes the ball, keeps it himself, follows through the A-gap, breaks away, gets down to the 10, 15, 10, brought down inside the 10-yard line at about the 7 or 8. Big run by Brody Shelby. He just followed Zach Mefford, I believe it was, through the hole there. Zach got a great block. Somebody almost had Brody, but Brody pulls away. He's got some fantastic strength. Tonight we've seen twice at least. People have had a grip on his jersey, but he pulls away from them even though they had a hold on him. Brody up underneath center, calling the signals, takes the snap, keeps it himself, pitches it out to Zach Mefford. Zach gets hit in the backfield, falls forward, brought down by Peyton Jackson. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. Ball sitting at about the 7. Again, Brody comes over to Coach Trent Shelby, gets the play, takes it into the huddle. Connor Bennett lined up as a tight end at the far side with Zach Mefford just off his hip. Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Calls for the ball, pitches it out to Braxton. Braxton turns up the field, dives forward, gets across the 5, I believe, down to about the 3. So to be 3rd down and goal for Hollis from the 3-yard line here. Definitely 2-down territory. So Hollis doesn't have to get everything right here. Be best if they could, though. Brody Shelby takes the play into the huddle. Caden Rollins will be down on the ball. Brody right up underneath center. Braxton Wisnet is the sole setback. They pitch the ball out to Braxton. He comes around this end, turns up. Get wide open lane. He finds it open. Takes it in for 3 yards for the touchdown. Braxton Wisnet. Great run that time by Braxton for 3 yards and the touchdown. 51.9 seconds. Here in the second quarter, Hollis leading 18-6. They will go for 2 here. All 3 of Hollis's touchdowns have come on the run so far tonight. Brody Shelby takes the ball himself, tries to get through the gap, gets into a whole host of defenders and unable to pick up the 2-point conversion. 18-6 is the score. Hollis up by 12 with 51.9 seconds to go in the first half. We'll step away. You stay tuned. You're with the Hollis Tigers on Hollis TV, a Paragon TV network. Welcome back. Hollis Tiger football as Ray Cruz tees the ball up. He'll be doing the kicking for Hollis here. Hollis leading 18-6 with just under 52 seconds to go here in the first half. Whistle blows. Ray kicks the ball. Big booming kick again over the head of Jarrett Butler. And it didn't go into the end zone, so the ball died. It may have been a touchback. I thought he indicated that it hadn't gone into the end zone. But the Tigers of Mount View-Gotebo will get the ball at the 20, at their own 20. Hollis's defense really has done very well against Mountain View-Gotebo so far this evening. Mountain View-Gotebo, a very good team, ranked number 4 in Class C in the state. Quarterback up underneath center, Kimberlin. 2 running backs. Oh, mishandles the ball. Ball's on the ground, but falling on the ball is Malachi Jones. And the ball went forward off the hands of the quarterback. The snap was mishandled badly. But Malachi Jones, very heads-up play there. Great play by that young man. Picks up 5 yards by diving on the ball. That brings up 2nd and 5 now. Ball is sitting at the 20-yard line. Got to get to the 25 to pick up. Or excuse me, it's at the 25. Got to get to the 30 to pick up the first down. They give it off into the hands of Butler. Butler dives forward. Picks up 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 now. As the ball is sitting, see where they're going to place it at. They look like they're going to place it at the 28 instead of the 29. And that's the end of the first half. Hollis leading. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a halftime stats thing. For the Mountain View-Gotebo Tigers, they scored once in the second quarter.
You've heard us talk about the Bank of Western Oklahoma. Now let's hear from one of their actual customers, BG Bisco.
With Bank of Western Oklahoma, it's more of a personal relationship. It's not a corporate bank. It's just how they treated me. So God's always been in my life. So he's completely guided our way along with the bank. You know, if I didn't have my financial partner with David and the bank, you know, I don't know where I would be. But also, if I didn't have God, where would I be?
the Bank of Western Oklahoma, where people really do come first. Member FDIC.
Roger Mills Memorial Hospital is a member of our local community, offering quality, affordable health care right here at home. Roger Mills Hospital offers big town technology locally. They have qualified, caring staff to assist you in all your health care needs. If you'd like to improve your quality of life, don't hesitate to contact the Buster Rural Health Clinic at 580-497-3333 or Roger Mills Memorial Hospital at 580-497-3336, 501 South LL Males, Cheyenne, Oklahoma.
No storm is too powerful for new Purina Wind and Rain Storm Minerals, formulated with ultimate weather resistance. That means more minerals in the feeder and available to your cattle. Wind and Rain Storm Minerals provide more consistent intake and balanced mineral nutrition to optimize herd health and breedback rates. See the difference at your local Purina dealer or visit cattlenutrition.com. Wind and Rain Storm Minerals, another way Purina is building better cattle.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Janning Welding and Supply LLC in Elk City is one of the largest metal and weld-on fitting suppliers between Oklahoma City and Amarillo. They also offer expert welding and fabrication services, plus provide oil field trucking and hauling. Since 1997, the Jannings have provided quality work backed by reassuring customer service and are truly thankful for their loyal customers' trust and business. And after-hour service is always available. Visit Janning Welding and Supply, 918 North Van Buren in Elk City, or online at janningwelding.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Chip Moore here in Mountain View-Gotebo as Mountain View-Gotebo trails Hollis 18-6 at the half. For the Mountain View-Gotebos, they only scored once in the first half, and that was on a pass 9 yards into the hands of Jarrett Butler. They weren't able to convert the two-point conversion. That was in the second quarter with 4:53 to go. Hollis, on the other hand, scored 3 times in the first half. In the first quarter with 2:13 to go, let's see here. Zach Mefford ran the ball 9 yards for a touchdown. Hollis did not convert the two-point conversion. Then in the second quarter with 11:52 to go, Brody Shelby, I believe it was a pass, and I had written down a run, but he got a pass play for 24 yards and scored the touchdown. Did not convert. Hollis did not on the two-point conversion. That made the score 12 points for Hollis. And then with 51.9 seconds to go in the first half, we saw Braxton Wisnet run the ball in 3 yards as he came around the end of the line and turned up the field and had nobody in front of him at that point. That made the score 18-6, Hollis leading at the half. Great job so far tonight for the Hollis Tigers. In the first quarter, when the game first got started and we weren't able to be online because of technical issues, again, we thank Gabe for fixing those things remotely from Elk City. Did a great job. Anyway, the Hollis Tigers turned the ball over once on a fumble, but the Mountain View-Gotebo Tigers weren't able to hardly move the ball at all at that time. And very quickly after that, Hollis took over again in short field position. They actually had this happen to them twice where they got real short field position on a 4th down and out for Mountain View-Gotebo. So that helped on 2 of Hollis's scores. And so that's where things stand. We'll step away. You stay tuned. You're with the hard-hitting Hollis Tigers on Hollis TV, a Paragon TV network. Well, welcome back. Hollis Tiger football on Hollis TV. Chip Moore here in Mountain View-Gotebo, where the Hollis Tigers are leading the Mountain View-Gotebo 18-6. Hollis is out and on the field ready to go. Here comes Mountain View-Gotebo. Hollis will be receiving the kickoff. Doing the kicking duties is number 14 for the Mountain View-Gotebo. That's Aiden Kimberlin. Their quarterback also does the kicking duties. As he tees up the ball. 18-6 is the score. Back deep to receive the kickoff. I believe that's Connor Bennett back there, standing about the 10-yard line. So, little knuckleball hit over this way. They tried the onside kick. Ball is covered up very quickly by number 12 for Hollis, Chris Saldana. And so, I talked to Gabe. He said the internet is not. Oops. Thank you. So it's 1st and 10 for Hollis. Ball sitting at the 41-yard line inside Hollis territory. Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Single setback is Braxton Wisnet. Brody hands the ball to Braxton. He pushes through the B gap. Picks up about 3 yards that time. Gets the ball up to the 44-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 now for Hollis. Brody comes over, talks to Coach Trent Shelby to get the play. Takes it into the huddle. Caden Rollins down on the ball. Brody Shelby up underneath center. Single setback is Braxton Wisnet. Zach Mefford is the flanking back. Brody keeps the ball himself, comes across the line, gets down all the way to the 30 inside, or excuse me, to the 30. Excuse me. About the first down for Hollis. Ball sitting. I can't see the numbers from here. Ball sitting about the 40-yard line. Brody again keeps the ball, goes around the far end, turns up the field, picks up about 5 yards, I believe. Picks up actually 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 now for the Hollis Tigers. Long 3, short 4. Ball down to about the 23-yard line, I believe. This time, give the ball off to Braxton Wisnet, goes up through the A-gap. And that'll be enough to pick up the, they're indicating there's just short, yep. They're saying 1st and goal, just inside the 10. As Caden Rollins comes to be down on the ball, Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Single setback is Braxton Wisnet. Nobody out wide. Pitch the ball to Braxton. He comes around this end of the line, turns up the field, and steps out of bounds inside the 5 at about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 3. The scoreboard says 2nd and 4. It may be at the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 4. I know why I'm confused. I'll explain it in just a moment. Braxton Wisnet turns up the field, dives forward, gets in for the touchdown from the 4-yard line. So a 4-yard run for the touchdown for Braxton. They called it off. Holding is a call against Hollis. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So instead of the run in, that'll bring the ball back to about the 12-yard line. Be second and goal from the 12. What had been confusing me was I'm used to doing a 80-yard or 100-yard football field. This football field is only 80 yards long, and so when it got across midfield, I thought we had another 10 yards to the 50. So I'll get used to that as things move on. 8-man football is a different cat. Whistle blows before the snap. Flag comes in. False start going to be called against Hollis. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. That backs them up. It'll be 2nd and 19 now after that 5-yard penalty. Ball is sitting about the 18-yard line, between the 18 and 19. So it's second and goal from the, we'll say the 18. Brody Shelby came over, talked to Coach Trent Shelby to get the play, takes it into the huddle. Caden Rollins will be down on the ball as they come to the line of scrimmage. Your wide receivers, Braxton Wisnet lined up as a wide receiver. Connor Bennett in the backfield now, or tight end rather, for Braxton. Brody keeps the ball himself, runs up through the A-gap, turns up the field. Jaleel Love made the tackle that time. This brings up 3rd and goal. Ball is sitting just about the 11-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal from the 11. Brody comes over and brings the play in from the sideline. Now back to the regular setup with Braxton in the backfield. Brody drops back looking to pass. Flings the ball. Oh, just too low for Zach Mefford. He tried to dive down and get it, but pass falls incomplete. Zach had found a good spot on the field. The ball was just a little too short for him to get. But he was about as wide open as you can get right there. Zach has done a good job getting open several times in this season, and we've seen it create some scoring opportunities or big play opportunities for Hollis. 7:51 to go here in the third quarter. Hollis leading 18-6. Caden Rollins down on the ball. This time, Rowdy Randall comes out a little bit wide this way. Connor Bennett goes out wide the other way. Rowdy flings the ball into Zach Medford in the end zone. An 11-yard pass play. So, Zach Medford, 11-yard pass play. That makes the score 24-6. Hollis will go for the 2-point conversion. 7:43 to go here in the third quarter. Hollis breaks the huddle. Back with the tight formation. Braxton Wisnet in the backfield. Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Two tight ends are Connor Bennett and Rowdy Randall. Brody keeps the ball himself, dives forward, gets it in on a 2-yard play. Makes the score 26-6. Hollis up by 20. We'll step away. You stay tuned. You're with the hard-hitting Hollis Tigers on Hollis TV, a Paragon TV network. hat has a button on the top of it, and this thing pushes right down on that button. So I decided done with the hat. Hollis getting ready to tee up the ball. Ray Cruz setting the ball on the tee for Hollis here. Back deep to receive is Jarrett Butler. There's been a couple times where I wasn't expecting Hollis to kick away, but they have a couple times tonight. And that has, both times, Jarrett Butler was unable to field the ball or chose to let it go into the end zone. I'm not sure which. Here comes the kickoff. A knuckleball down the center, picked up by Peyton Jackson. Peyton comes over this way. Hollis wraps him up, tackled for a loss. No gain on that return as he gets tackled back at the 19-yard line. And so now the Tigers from Mountain View-Gotebo will have the ball 1st and 10 from, actually they placed it right at the 18. So inside their own territory. 26-6 is the score, Hollis leading. The Mountain View-Gotebo Tigers break the huddle. Tristan Hagg down on the ball. The quarterback right up underneath center has two running backs back behind him stacked. Give it off into the hands of Butler. He runs to the B gap and gets hit immediately. Picks up some yardage though as he gets up to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard pickup that time for Jarrett Butler. Substitution coming in. Kyler Frank goes out as Peyton Jackson comes back in. Jackson goes out wide to the left. Coming wide right is number 2 for Mountain View-Gotebo. That is Barebow. Hollis, the quarterback, with the ball, scrambling around, looking to find somebody to pass it to. Hollis right there. Ball gets tipped. Interception by number 3, Mr. Shelby. Whew, that was great. Ball got tipped by Connor Bennett, and Brody Shelby dove. He went Superman to get to that ball and pick it off. Great job by the team, and teamwork certainly that time. As Hollis will go on offense, the ball is at the 29-yard line. And so, Brody Shelby up underneath center. Single setback is Braxton Wisnet. Here comes the snap. They give it to Braxton. He cuts up through the A-gap. Nice little pickup that time as he gets to the 34-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup that time. Brings up 2nd and 5 now. Brody again comes over, talks to Coach Trent Shelby, gets the play, takes it back into the huddle. Caden Rollins down on the ball. Braxton Wisnet, the sole setback. The slot back over on the far side is Zach Mefford. Zach comes in motion. Brody keeps the ball, pitches it out to Zach, comes around the end, picks up the first down, gets flung out of bounds. Big tackle that time by number 1 for Mountain View-Gotebo. That is Jaleel Love on the tackle that time. Ball sits at the 38-yard line inside Mountain View-Gotebo territory. Caden Rollins down on the ball. Brody Shelby up underneath center. Nobody out wide. This time Brody keeps the ball himself, comes through the B gap, turns up the field, picks up a good chunk of yardage as he gets down. Almost, let's see where they mark him here. That's at the 32-yard line. So that brings up 2nd down and about long 3, short 4 now for Hollis. Nice little 6-yard run, we'll say. Again, Brody comes over, talks to Coach Trent Shelby, takes the play back to the huddle. Hollis comes up to the line of scrimmage. Braxton Wisnet all alone in the backfield. Zach Mefford lined up off the hip of Connor Bennett as the tight end to the far end of the line. This time they pitch it to Braxton. He gets some good blockers, turns up the field, gets down inside the 20, 15, dragging people as he goes. I think he got down inside the 10, down to about the 9 it looked like. And he was dragging people there. So Braxton Wisnet, a big, big run that time for the Hollis Tigers. So it's 1st and 10, or 1st and goal for Hollis. Ball at the 9. Inside the red zone, big time here. Hollis comes up to the line of scrimmage. Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Braxton Wisnet in the backfield. Here comes the snap. They pitch it to, that's Connor Bennett in the backfield. He turns around this end of the line, dives forward, gets down to about the 1 yard line before he's knocked out of bounds, I believe. So that will bring up 2nd and goal from, they actually place it about the 3, maybe the 2. Brody gets the snap, pitches it to Connor Bennett in the backfield, goes up through the B gap, gets knocked down immediately. Number 14, Aiden Kimberlin on the tackle that time. Very little gain. It brings up 3rd down and 2 now for Hollis. 3rd and goal from the 2. Here comes Braxton Wisnet back in as Connor Bennett is going to stay in. They're going to have somebody come out. They do. Ray Cruz comes out. Hollis up underneath center. They give it to Braxton. Brody Shelby kept the ball, gets it in for a touchdown. Brody Shelby, a 2-yard run. With 3:37 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hollis will go for the 2-point conversion here. They lead 32-6. Brody comes over to get the play from Coach Trent Shelby for this 2-point conversion. Caden Rollins will be down on the ball. Brody Shelby right up underneath center. Braxton Wisnet in the backfield. Slot back over this side is, they did not convert. So that makes the score 32-6. We'll step away. You stay tuned. You're with the hard-hitting Tigers on Hollis TV, a Paragon TV network. Welcome back. Hollis Tiger football on Hollis TV, a Paragon TV network. Hollis leading 32-6 here in the 3rd quarter. 3:37 to go. Ray Cruz teeing the ball up to kick it off. Back deep to receive the kickoff is Jarrett Butler. Big booming kick again goes past Butler into the end zone. So that will give the Mountain View-Gotebo Tigers the ball at the 20-yard line. With the 40-yard line being the center stripe instead of the 50, that means that you kick off from the 30 instead of the 40 in 8-man football. At our field, we still have a 100-yard field instead of an 80-yard field, and so some things change in that situation where if Mountain View-Gotebo came to Hollis, for example, instead of kicking off at the 30, we'd be kicking off from the 40. But that's what happens when the field is 20 yards longer than what the regular 8-man football field is. Kimberlin gets the snap, looks to pass. Flag comes flying in. Pass falls incomplete. Pass had been intended for number 8, Peyton Jackson, over to the far right. But there is a flag. Actually, there's 2 flags on the field. Chop block is the call against the Tigers of Mountain View-Gotebo. See how they march this off here. This will move the ball back half the distance to the goal. So the ball is sitting at about the 6-yard line. So actually it was a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So the ball is at about the 7-yard line. The scoreboard says it's 1st and 20. They pitch the ball back to Butler, excuse me. Jarrett Butler. He picks up a little bit there. Maybe a yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 19 now for Mountain View-Gotebo. 2:56 to go here in the third quarter. Kimberlin went over to talk to his coach to get the play. Comes back into the huddle. Clock continues to tick, 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 tick down. Clock ticking is a good thing for Hollis, being up 32-6. Tristan Hagg will be down on the ball. Quarterback Kimberlin in shotgun formation, single setback flanking him. Got triple receivers off to the left. They fling the ball over that way into the hands of number 7, Kyler Funk, and he gets tackled for a loss. Big time right there, making the tackle for Hollis. Trying to see who is in on that tackle. I can't see from here. I believe it may have been Xavier Cervantes. I'm not sure, though. At any rate, it's 3rd down and 23 now for Mountain View-Gotebo, as Hollis's defense has been making some big plays here. Again, trip receivers off to the left. Quarterback in shotgun formation, single setback with him. Fakes the pass, brings it back down, looking down the field, now scrambling. Goes to make the pass, gets it knocked away by Zach Mefford. And so that'll bring up 4th and 23. So you really got to expect that Mountain View-Gotebo is going to punt it away here. Certainly you can't guarantee that, but that would be the expected move at this point. As they line up, Kimberlin is back in the end zone in punt formation. Connor Bennett back to receive the anticipated punt about the 38-yard line inside Mountain View-Gotebo territory. Ball goes out of bounds, though, at about the 33 inside Mountain View-Gotebo territory. Hollis will take over there. Short field with which to work for the Hollis Tigers here. Ball does sit at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Hollis. Brody Shelby talking to Coach Trent Shelby. 1 minute, 35 seconds to go. Timeout called on the field. We'll take a timeout too. You stay tuned. You're the hard-hitting Tigers on Hollis TV. Well, welcome back. Hollis Tiger football on Hollis TV, a Paragon TV network. Hollis up 32-6. First and 10 for Hollis. Ball sitting at the 32-yard line inside Mountain View-Gotebo territory. Been being real careful not to say the Tigers or the Cardinal in white, because both teams are Tigers and both teams are Cardinal in white. As Hollis breaks the huddle, Caden Rollins down on the ball. Braxton Wisnett, the sole setback. Slot back over this end of the line is Zach Mefford. Brody Shelby takes the snap, keeps it himself, pitches it out to Zach Mefford. Zach gets across the 30, down to about the 23-yard line. So a nice big pickup. That'll bring up second down, and less than one. That was a big, nice pitch from Brody to Zach that time. Then again, if you look back to when they were in middle school, I bet that play happened before. As Brody comes up underneath center, single setback Braxton. Here comes the snap. Give the ball to Braxton, dives through the line, picks up the first down, and dragging players as he goes. Gets down to about the 11-yard line. It'll be first and 10 from the 11.5, actually, is where they're going to place it, the 11.5, almost the 12. 49 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hollis comes up to the line quickly. Brody up underneath center, calling signals, takes a snap, gives it off to Braxton. They pitch it out to Zach Mefford. Comes around the end, takes it in. A 12-yard run for Zach Mefford. Wow. With 37 seconds to go in the third quarter, makes the score 38-6, a 32-point lead for Hollis. They will go for two here. The band is back in the stands and is playing the Hollis fight song under the baton of Victor Amador. Brody changing the call at the line. Gets up underneath center, takes a snap, pitches it out to Braxton. He's around the end, dives forward, takes it in for a 2-point conversion. That makes the score 40, or is it 38? Excuse me. That's 40-6. Hollis leading. We'll step away. You stay tuned. You are the hard-hitting Tigers on Hollis TV. Let's see. Hollis scored 1 touchdown in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. So that means in the fourth quarter they should score 4 touchdowns, right? Welcome back. Hollis Tiger football on Hollis TV. 37 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Just realized Hollis scored 1 touchdown in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and we're real close to the fourth quarter. But if they score here, right now they're up by 34 points. They just need to score 11 without letting Mountain View-Gotebo score anything. And so that would give them, let's say, 2 touchdowns in order to take it to a 45-point plus lead. As we get ready, Ray Cruz tees up the ball. Big knuckleball kick over this way. Takes a bounce and hit immediately. Hard hit by several Hollis Tigers. The ball was recovered by number 2. That's Barebow that's Andrew Barebow for the Tigers of Mountain View-Gotebo. So as Hollis keeps the player from gaining much. He picks up about a yard for the So that ends the third quarter. Hollis up 40-6, a 34-point lead. We'll step away. You stay tuned. You're the hard-hitting Tigers on Hollis TV, a Paragon TV network. I sent a text to Jennifer because we don't have a place to plug in, you said, right? So we got a cord, but he said there's no place over here to plug it in. There's no place, he said there's no place to plug it in. We've got the extension cord, we got the power cord for the computer. It's what? Oh. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter, we're trying to get power to the computer where our battery is running low. We hadn't seen any outlets available to us over here. So, Mountain View-Gotebo with the ball. 2nd and 9. Hollis leading 40-6. Ball is at about the 15-yard line almost. They snap the ball back to the quarterback in shotgun formation. He tries to get away, flings the ball up the field. Incomplete pass as the ball landed at the feet of one of the possible receivers. So now, Mountain View has 3rd down and 9. Hollis has really done a great job putting pressure on the Mountain View-Gotebo Tigers. Quarterback went over to talk to the coach to get the play, Aiden Kimberlin. I believe his dad's one of the assistant coaches. As they come up to the line of scrimmage, Tristan Hagg down on the ball. Kimberlin in shotgun formation. The single setback is Jarrett Butler. Jarrett comes up, talks to the quarterback. Now, 3rd down and long. This time the quarterback keeps the ball himself, goes to fling the ball over to Jarrett Butler as he was in the grasp. Ball falls incomplete. That brings up 4th down and 9. So, Mountain View-Gotebo will probably punt away again here. They trail by 34 with 11:46 to go. Kimberlin in punt formation, dropping back to receive the anticipated punt, is Connor Bennett. He lines up inside the Hollis end of the field at about the 38. High snap. Kimberlin gets it down. Big booming punt. And Connor Bennett just lets the ball go. It goes out of bounds somewhere. Let's see where they're going to mark it out of bounds. About the 18-yard line, it looks like. So it'd be 1st and 10 for Hollis from their own 18. 11:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. As